right now, who is your Redraft 101 for 2026?
My Redraft 101 for 2026, right now, in December of 2025, I would give it to Jahmyr Gibbs, actually. And here's why. Because you just know historically, never take the best player from the previous year 101. Never do it. So Jonathan Taylor should not be 101 next year. He probably will be. Yeah, Jackson, you do not want to have him at 101 either. You never, because that just never works. It never works. And Jefferson, who knows what the deal is going to be there. So you can't make him 101. Jamar Chase, Burrow's injury proneness makes him, I don't want him 101. Yeah, who knows? And then Bijan will be the other one. And I could see some Bijan argument. I just think the Lions situation is so much more stable. You don't have to hope that Penix is good. And you don't have to worry about the weeks where their offense sucks and then he maybe only gets you like 6 points or whatever. You don't have to worry about any of that. And they've shown this year that they aren't going to do the split thing as much with Montgomery and Gibbs. Gibbs clearly gets 70, 75% compared to Montgomery, where in the past we've seen times it's 50-50. It'll be the same next year, but the great thing is Gibbs is super elite with the 70%, and he's less likely to get hurt with the 70% than being the 90-95%. So he doesn't need 20 carries a game. He needs 12 to 15 to 17, and he can get you 20-plus points easily with that amount of touches, and he's less likely to get hurt. It's the best of both worlds. Right now, December 2025, he's my 2026 101.
That's a good. I haven't even thought of him specifically. To me, I mean, yeah, right now, for sure, I'd probably go that direction. I can see arguments for Jackson.
I can see arguments for Jackson, too. If somebody took him 101, I wouldn't hate
Here's the thing is, see, I don't really think 101 because I never pick there. That's my problem. That's probably your problem, too. If I'm thinking middle of first, right, somebody I would take middle of first, it's such a weird situation. Maybe end of first, a sneaky guy would be like Hampton, end of first. Because, like, I think next year he's going to finish as, like, a top 8 player overall. So if you can get him at 12.
I like that idea. I like that idea a lot.
I just hate their OC so much. That guy sucks.
I know.
He's so bad.
Yeah, middle. I like Jackson a lot more middle first. I know you probably can't get him there next year, but
receivers hardly ever repeat elite seasons. Hardly ever.
At least that way. Yeah. Well, because he might get 1,300 yards again, but he might go to like 5 touchdowns.
What your definition of elite is, like, so he's going to finish, what, with 1,800 yards this year? Mm-hmm. Next year, realistic 1,300. You know, so like 1,300 still elite, yeah, but it's not 1,800. You know,
yeah,
1,800.
It's not carrying your team if your team isn't that great level.
Yeah.
And there's guys who always do, like, there's guys, you know, Chase, Jefferson, St. Brown, they're always in the first round and they always warrant that, but they're not necessarily league winners because, yeah, it does go volatile. They might not have that 10 to 12 touchdown season next year, and then that shifts their points by like 30. Yeah, and that can be a difference maker enough to not be just the guy who you love having in your team, who you just know is going to carry you every week.
No, I agree.
I always hate being top 3 in the first round.
And redraft?
Yeah. I like the 5-6 range a lot.
Yeah, and then there's a guy that I think should be 101 that falls to 5.
I know.
I'm like, you guys are idiots. That's what I did with Jamar Chase last year for 2024. He fell to like 5 to me. I'm like, oh my gosh, you guys. Like, watch what happens. And then this year, I got Bijan at 8, which, you know, is he 101 worthy? No, but definitely not 8. He's been doing way better.
One thing with the guys who went ahead of him, too, probably.
Yeah,
Lamb,
Chase,
Jefferson.
Who's been good, but not as good as Bijan. Mm-hmm. Who also went ahead? Jefferson, yeah. Not as good as
Saquon.
Bijan. Yeah, Saquon. Yeah, exactly.
And, well, especially like Saquon, I'm like, oh no. Dude, that was not a great move.
And I'm always hesitant on taking receivers who are past their 5th year with a top 5 pick anyway. And it's not because they get significantly worse or anything like that. It's just because if something goes wrong, you're screwed.
Yeah.
You know, and the odds of something going wrong with a 6th, 7th, 8th year receiver are way higher than a 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th.
And sometimes defenses do know how to defend those guys. So yeah, they don't lock them down. But it's harder to get 1,600 yards when defenses kind of know what's going to happen. So yeah, you'll still go off, but you might not go off as often.
Yeah, A.J. Brown was taken pretty high this year.
A.J. Brown was a 2nd rounder, I think, in a lot of leagues.